This podcast is made for you. Believe everything we say is true. 1722. 1722. Welcome to the 1722 podcast, where we talk shit about everything and we don't take shit from nobody.
Oh God, no! We don't take shit from nobody.
You're damn right.
Oh, that was vile.
I honestly grabbed way more than I intended to on that, and my fingers are still vibrating.
It's gonna be our first scandal of the podcast. Nice.
Yeah. I definitely just me too'd you on the podcast.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right, well, we might as well introduce who we got here. Our new friends. We got Cassidy, Bobby, Casey, and Sean, and I fucking killed that, so give me my credit. The Shanks.
Yeah.
How's everybody feeling?
I feel pretty good.
You guys excited to be on the 1722 podcast?
I'm fucking stoked.
It's a big moment. It's a big moment.
Oh yeah.
Episode 60, so we got this.
It's our first group interview.
That is true. It is our first group interview.
Oh,
So.
shit. Honored.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for popping our cherry.
Thank you for having us.
So, you guys, I couldn't find your guys' music, so I'm going to be honest, I have not listened to your band.
That's completely
Yeah,
valid.
I was trying to
However-
look this morning. I couldn't find anything.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
so
I was like, oh,
basically, we don't have anything out on streaming services quite yet. That's going to be like our next little project thing this May. But we do post clips on our Instagram, at Shanksman on Instagram. We performed out 127 Main, and we performed our newest song there. So we posted a clip of that, so check it out.
Hell yeah.
Very nice.
We were there when you guys played the opening night.
Oh my gosh, that was like just us.
No, yeah.
That was like,
wild,
oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a minute. Like, one of the members just couldn't show up, so it was just me and Cassidy playing together.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry.
Well, you'll be happy to know that I was late and I didn't see your band anyway.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We came in right when you guys were getting off.
Hell yeah! I'm
On
all
the worst
for it.
night of the history of this band.
Yeah.
Good thing you didn't hear it.
Yeah.
Damn.
But
I wish I would have heard it now.
Yeah, I know. We'd have more to talk about.
Honestly, we didn't suck.
I mean, I don't think y'all did.
Like when it was just,
I mean,
we
yeah,
didn't
but
suck.
you know, you kind of lose a bit when you miss some members.
Yeah, that's very true.
We didn't suck, but we also didn't not suck.
That's completely valid. That's honest, yeah.
So mediocre, I guess. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, it's like average.
Yeah, average.
Yeah.
We played instruments, you know.
We did play instruments. I sang music. I did do that.
Oh, that's impressive.
Shit, I mean, I don't know. Okay.
Well, fun fact about 127, in case you don't know this. The owner, Jacob,
Oh, we love Jacob.
we have been friends since we were 12 years old.
Holy shit,
That's
really?
sick.
And we've had probably 15, give or take, it feels like at this point, failed bands
Oh, I love that.
throughout the years.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
This is currently the first time, I think, in our whole friendship where we don't have a band right now.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
But he's got a venue, so I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
But I did perform stand-up at his venue, so
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
you know. We're making it work.
Yeah.
I still want to play a show, though. at some
Yeah.
point. We played one show, and Jacob's going to hate this, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We played one show, and it was a complete shit show.
Oh man.
But I'll say, not because of Jacob,
Yeah.
because he's a great guitarist. He really is. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
I haven't
but
heard
he's
play,
really good.
no.
Oh man.
But the guy that we had singing in the band got like wasted before the show, and he couldn't even sing the songs, and he stopped playing the piano. And we were at the La Gala downtown or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was like a full, like, we were playing in front of like a shit ton of people that were there because it was like a Christmas party type.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's, man,
And-
Guinness getting drunk at a Christmas party.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
And by the way, we played a full cover set, all covers, not a single Christmas song. And I fought so hard.
Yep.
And this motherfucker's like, no, we gotta play the Beatles and No Doubt. And I'm like, you piece of
Okay,
shit.
well, No Doubt's good, but maybe not the Beatles.
Yeah.
And definitely not at Christmas.
Yeah.
It was they did not clap for us after we played or anything. They were ready for us to leave.
Yeah.
I packed I played drums that night,
Mhm.
and I packed everything up and got out of there as fast as I could. It was so fucking awkward because the owner of where he worked was the one running it, so we completely embarrassed ourselves in front of like his whole work crew and shit.
Oh my gosh.
But enough about me. How's the Shanks?
The Shanks is doing good. We have had Casey and Sean since about February-ish.
I'd say like
Yeah.
2 or 3 months.
Lord.
Yeah, 2 or 3 months. Originally when it first started, it was just, I was in my school's production of Fame. If anyone's ever watched Fame before, I played Lamb Chop the drummer.
That's where I met you, and I was confused as to why you weren't allowed to actually hit the drum.
Yeah, oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is like a sidetrack thing, but I wasn't allowed to hit the drums. So there was a part where I was supposed to be playing.
No, like you were like playing them like correctly how you were supposed to.
Yeah.
But you just weren't hitting them.
Yeah, so basically my music director told me, he was like, hey, I know you're supposed to be playing drums during this song, but it's gonna be too loud, so you can't. And so I had to fake play the drums.
It looks so bad because
It
it's
looks
like
awkward.
because you couldn't get close to hitting it. So there's
Yeah.
like this much space between the sticks.
And there were
Oh,
times
no.
I accidentally hit it, and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh my god, oh my
Well,
god, oh
that's
my
very
god.
true. She looked like, you know those like drummer boy animatronics? She looked like
Oh man, that is so good.
Yeah, and like still to this day, my director, shout out Mr. Shandell Shanklin.
Ooh, that's a name right there.
Yeah, he for making me fake play drums. So.
Anyways,
Yeah. I have friends in that show, and we were like, wouldn't it be cool if we started a band? And they were like, yeah. And so we decided to, like get together, play a little bit. It actually was originally like 5 people. It was me, Sophie, our friend Elias, friend Naomi, and my friend Jayla. And so it started out with all of us, and then Naomi had to drop because of school. And then our friend Elias, he quit at the show.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was something. And
It was the
They
first show.
fought.
First show.
yeah, after our first show, they left the band. And I mean,
That's how talented you did, just completely left.
no, he came up and he said I quit, and I was like, okay. And I was just like standing there, and then he like walked away, and I was like,
sick.
I was like panicking. I was like, what's going on? And Bobby, who was actually yet to be in the band yet, I was like freaking out, and like Sean was there too.
Yeah.
And little did I know that these would be Shanks. And so then my friend Jayla, who was the drummer, also had to drop out because of like work and stuff like that. I asked, I was talking to Bobby one day. I was like, where am I gonna find a new drummer? And Bobby was like, I used to play like drums for a church one time,
Not
and
true.
I was
Total line.
what?
Yeah,
That's a lie.
Did you not know that?
Yeah,
No.
no, that was not an outro. I was like, okay, she's the drummer. I'm like, okay, I can make up playing drums. So, I taught myself entire how to play drums for the band.
Oh,
know
man.
that.
Secret just
Nice.
there.
Pretty dope.
And then I was
Wow.
supposed to join the band earlier on, but then I
Yeah,
fucked up my shoulder during marching band and had to get surgery, so I
Yeah.
couldn't play for like months.
yeah.
So
Dang.
And then Sophie, no like bad stuff between us. She's cool. She had to quit, and so I was like panicking because she did this while like we were at school. I was just like sitting in history class on my phone, and then she was like, "Hey, I've got to quit," and I'm like, "Ah, shit." And I'm like texting Bobby. I'm like, Bobby, what are we supposed to do? Blah blah blah. And Bobby was like,
we were staying Bobby was staying the night at my house.
Yeah.
And then we had not slept for like almost 24 hours.
Yeah, we
because
were up
just
to like
talking
7 a.m. Yeah.
And like just drinking White Claws.
Oh,
And so I was like, I showed Bobby one of my songs that I wrote for one of my bands called Theodora, and Bobby's like, "That's really good. Can we use it?" And I was like, "No." I'm like, "Are you gonna pay me?" And then like all of a sudden I see Bobby on their phone texting, and then like it's like, "You wanna join the Shanks?" And I was like, "Sure."
yeah. And so basically that's how that went. And then we started practicing and stuff. And at first, actually, Sean was gonna play bass
Yeah.
and like learn how to play bass. But then like that, it sort of ended up, since Sophie wasn't there, she was like, you know, like a co-singer with me. Sean actually can sing really, really well. Not to brag on Sean, you know. I mean, so he just kind of joined with that, and our like stage personalities mesh really well. So it's just turned out to like become something really good, and I feel like we're like, you know, going toward like a really good direction, and it's something I'm really excited about because I don't know, I love these people.
Yeah.
Don't tell them I said
Well, that's awesome.
Sorry,
I
I
like
couldn't hear
it.
you. Could you say that again?
It's very punk rock.
Yeah.
Everyone's just kind of figuring out how to join a band. I like it.
Yeah, it's like how it's real. Like you all know each other. It's
Yeah.
not like you just go, hey, you want to join? Like
Yeah.
No,
it's
that's,
like no, we knew
that's
each
how it was
other.
with me. They literally
Yeah.
just threw
Well, yeah,
me.
that's
in.
Yeah.
Russell knew you, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met you in passing.
Yeah.
Like literally one time.
Yeah.
I did.
But I've known
I've
Bonnie
known all of
since
them for
high
years.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
You were a freshman when I was a junior.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You were such a cute little baby.
Yeah.
So, were you the only one that was in a band before, or?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. That's pretty cool, though.
It's a way to start.
So, what kind of style are we talking?
Lots of punk rock.
That's the best there is. You know it. There you go.
Hell yeah.
I walked in and I noticed all the Misfit posters and I was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
we are
yes.
huge punks in this house.
I got
And
Misfits
love
on my
that.
arm.
No, yeah, I noticed that too.
That's
Yeah.
so cool.
It's like
Dude,
Descendants,
I love
Bad
that.
Religion. Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
wait, you've got the Green. I'm a big Green Day fan. I
yeah.
love.
Oh, shout out Green Day.
Shout out Green Day.
Yeah, come on.
If you're,
I got
if you're
Blink
listening.
right
If you're watching,
here.
yeah.
MXPX right here.
Ooh, the Descendants tattoo.
Yeah.
I just
Hell
Just sit-
yeah.
oh, I love
had a
those.
few from Potato Head, just chilling there.
Yeah, but style. Yeah, punk rock. We honestly didn't really find much of a sound until like Sean and Casey kind of both joined. And I'm honestly very thankful we have found that. You know, some of our covers, this might kind of paint the scene for it. We sing like Smells Like Teen Spirit, American Idiot, Dead Disco by Metric.
Hey, I mean, those
Yeah.
are classics. I mean, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey.
So that's a little bit of like the covers that we do to sort of paint the scene for that.
Oh yeah.
And
I
for
love all
whenever
that.
we write music, I used to be like a metal guitarist, so I at least try to add some of that stuff in.
Nice.
Sean, I don't know what genre you used to do.
I just do shit. I don't know.
Experimental.
Yeah.
So that's great because I also love metal. What kind of metal? What are we talking?
Well, see, me and my friend Tommy, who is the other member of Theodora, we are heavily into like Dark Throne
Okay.
and like Bathory. I also like Burzum is our favorite too.
Speaking my language, you're talking.
Exactly,
You're talking
yeah.
heavy. Okay.
Yeah,
I
but
hear
it's
you.
just like we try to do the black metal thing, and then we just recently just started like just going out to like whatever genre we feel like, so we don't have to like stick to one, because you
That's the
know
way to do it.
it's kind of difficult to promote black metal in
Yeah.
the Bible Belt.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do that just purely because you love it. And that's
Yeah,
it.
no, we were gonna like do like a little trick thing where we just like play music that people will appreciate, and then out of nowhere just release black metal albums.
Yeah, there you go. Or you could just put out like all of your flyers and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
like album covers,
Mhm.
like really polite looking, where it doesn't look
No,
metal at all,
I
and
have
then
one
shock everybody.
Literally of like the one that we've been using is literally just like a dead deer carcass that him and his boyfriend found on the side of the road, and then just threw in his backyard. And then I edited
Metal.
it into
Oh, all right. Like a picture, and I'm like, good lord.
yeah. And then of course I overexposed it, so you know, like every great black metal album cover.
Right.
And so we have that one, and then I have one of like just a severed deer head from where my brother-in-law shot and killed a deer, and then I had to go out there as a vegetarian for some reason. I had to go out there and watch them like skin it and stuff. And anyway, so I have the head.
Well, by the way you were explaining it, I thought Theodora just like didn't fuck with Bambi at all. Like I thought you were saying you were killing the deer. I was like, it's Kentucky, maybe she is out here killing deer. I don't know.
I'm not, no.
Okay.
But
I'm not judging.
yeah.
I don't fuck with it, but we won't go into that.
So we don't hunt at all. I mean, look at us.
No,
We would never
I
hunt.
don't really care for it, but I'm just like, it looks like a pretty sick promotional piece, so.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, that's what I said. It's
Yeah.
metal.
And that shows I don't know nothing about black metal. Because anything you were talking about, the band names, the carcasses, I'm like, ugh, over here. I don't know shit about black metal, apparently. Damn.
Figure it
Well, I
out.
mean, you're not alone, they don't either, but.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Thank God I'm not alone.
Okay, so and what was your musical background?
I just fucking sing a lot. I've sang ever since I was a kid. I've done like theater and shit for school, so that kind of like gave me some like musical training, and I just kind of flipped it around and did what I want with it. So
And then you, I assume, found punk rock somewhere
Yeah.
along the way. That's always how
my
it
dad
goes.
raised me with like Nirvana, Pearl Jam, like all the classic like good '90s shit like
Right.
that. So I had a pretty good background.
Very
growing up.
nice. Okay, so we're talking punk rock. I want to see where we stand on this because there's only one thing that matters to me.
I knew this was fucking coming.
Okay, I mean, come on.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Where do we stand on NoFX amongst the group?
I mean, I like NoFX.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay, well, then we're friends.
Wait, Bobby, I didn't hear you say anything. Do you like NoFX?
I was just nodding like, yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
Well, one thing that's talked about a lot on this podcast and a lot in my life is how much I love NoFX. I think they're the greatest band to ever
Yes,
exist.
that was like this forever. So.
They're not on my body yet because this
Yeah.
whole arm is dedicated to music.
Oh,
But I can't figure out the perfect because they mean that much to me. Like I'm waiting for the.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just had to be like, yeah, they're a punk band, but let's see.
At least I know who they are. Most punk bands nowadays be like, who? That's
Yeah.
old shit.
That's what I was really worried about. I was like, yeah, I'm about to be a 30-minute podcast.
Just be like, you bunch of posers, get out of my house. Like,
Yeah.
No, I can't help it. I just think I think they're the greatest. I think he's the greatest songwriter of all time. Like the way that when you listen to their music, it also makes you think about things you've never thought of.
Yeah.
And even if it can be a little bit gross at times, you're like, but he's still right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I don't know, it's beautiful.
It really is.
But I'm not gonna suck his dick. This is terrible because I have to keep.
I feel
looking
like
up
an
at
albino
you.
King
I
Kong
know.
up here. Like
I'm
I'm
killing
huge
my
above
neck.
you.
You're
Yeah.
older than him, and you're looking up to him.
Yeah.
The 5-year difference does not matter right now.
You're a little bit taller than me in general, though. I don't have to
think
look
like
up like this.
half
Oh,
an
shit.
inch, maybe. That's about it.
I mean, it matters.
Yeah.
It
Oh,
does.
there you go. Size
Like-
matters.
I'm 5'3.5". I always add the half because, you know.
Yeah, you need.
You
Yeah,
have
you want
to,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel better.
It does, genuinely, yeah.
I'm assuming you are like what 5'11", 6 foot, something like that.
Yeah,
6'2".
totally.
I was way off. All right, close. Never mind.
Tallest one here for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyus, you're what, 6 foot?
Like
5'11"?
5'11", 5'10".
I was gonna say, what are you smoking?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I see no difference between 5'11" and 6 foot.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm
me
so
neither.
much shorter that I'm just like, man, you're
there's
the
not
same to
much of a
me.
difference, honestly.
I'm actually 5'12".
See, I wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't know.
Meanwhile, I'm up here 7'3".
Oh,
Damn, you got in the house? How the hell did you get in
I
here?
know. I jumped.
That's
It's
fine.
been a while. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's been a while since we've had guests.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. We're
So
honored.
it's probably been what, like a month or so,
Yeah,
a month and a half.
I guess it's just been us.
We were on a run of like guest after guest, and it became easy.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I'm like, it's a little bit more difficult because I don't know these guys very much
Yeah.
at all.
No
in fact.
offense, but
No, no.
Yeah.
I don't think it's rude.
no.
How
Okay.
many
It's
not
still
heard we haven't
reality.
released yet?
Yeah, I'm down to talk about whatever. I'm just
I am
like
too.
I don't really know what to talk about.
I mean,
And
you're
then
fine.
I also found out that they are very young, as well. By the
We
way,
are.
Oh, okay.
Wait, hold up. Did you hear our ages?
No.
Okay, I want you to guess who the youngest one out of all of us is.
I don't mean this in any offensive way, so I'm just gonna shoot it out there.
yes, he does.
Fuck off. I'm going to assume you or you.
I feel like I already know.
Mhm.
I feel like it's him.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
He was so excited.
He was hype as fuck.
I was like, is this your final answer? I was like,
Wait,
I don't
how
know.
about we just go through and have them guess our ages.
Oh, there we go.
That'd be more fun.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, I like that. Very
And
nice.
obviously, he can't say shit.
Yeah, I already know.
Oh, you already know. Okay, I was
Yeah.
waiting for you.
Yeah.
We told him.
Not that I fully remember, but I know.
Is there a cap, or do I just have to just guess?
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I
Yeesh.
hate
I could be,
that.
I could
I
be
hate
60 years
guessing
old.
ages.
You
I'm
know?
gonna assume 18, 16, 20, 21.
You're the first person to get that close.
Oh man.
All right, now hold on. We gotta wait.
I can't tell if that was
Oh, God.
sarcastic.
Yes.
Oh man.
No,
Alright.
I'm monotone. It's fine. I've always sounded sarcastic.
Alright. So I'm gonna go 17, 18, 22. What'd you say?
21. For the guy, or the
I'm gonna give him,
To the guy
I'm gonna give him
far
20.
I was just
Look at
I was
him
trying to
20.
say the corner. There we go. Thank you.
Oh my gosh!
You
Whoa.
were the closest, but not really.
So I'm 17. You got that right.
I'm 18.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
man.
21.
You said you were what?
I'm 18.
Ooh, that's 2 on me.
And I'm 21.
Ooh, also.
And then
16.
Dang!
Y'all were saying like 21, 22. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
shit.
no, but
Bar.
no, I'm so serious though. Like I used to work at this one convenience store, and then I literally had multiple people come up to me on a daily basis and be like, "Are you old enough to sell me cigarettes?" And I'm like, "I'm old enough to buy them. I hope I'm old enough to sell them." And then they would like have like a whole crisis, and they're like, "Wait, how old are you?" And it's awful.
Yeah, I've had
I'm
the
aware
same
I'm
thing.
12, but
Yeah, that's funny that you
I'll
mentioned
forever
that.
get it.
Yeah.
Fine.
I used to work at Little Caesars,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And so I'm 24 now, but at that time I was 19. And this dude comes in and he's like, "Why'd you guys get a new saucer? You're not putting sauce on anymore. You're a lazy millennial, right?" He puts his hand on my chest, right? He just like
Oh my God.
pushes me. I'm like, "Dude, who the fuck are you?" Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh man, you're old enough. You could take it, all this." And I'm like, "I mean, how old do you think I am?" And he thinks that I'm like 30. 19 years old. He thinks I'm 30. And so like my manager comes and she like gets in his face. She's like, "Who the fuck do you think you are? Get the fuck out of here." Like fists in the face. She's like an old mom. She's got like 7 kids. Like she's just going at him and I'm just backing away. And so he comes back in and he's like, "Man, I'm sorry. I thought you were a lot older than you were." I'm like, "Why don't you just mind your business?"
Yeah.
Like, why are you
It's not an
even...
excuse
what-
to assault somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were older. My bad.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be like,
especially
Like-
someone who's handling your food.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like, I would never, purposely do it, but yeah, I get the sentiment
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird because, like, I've worked, besides working at my dad's shop, I've worked, like, including the one I'm working now, like, 3 other jobs, and my first 2 were in food service. Holy fuck, like, the people in, like, who come to, like, they're animals. Like,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
god, they're
Savages.
so... Like, I
Yeah.
worked at, like, a pizza bar and grill type place. I don't want to, like, say the name to be rude or anything. But, like, just, like, old men, like, just, they didn't care what age I looked. They would just come up to me and be like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I'd be like, nah.
Nah. Yikes. Yeah.
Creepy old men.
People,
Yeah.
man. That's what sucks about the food service.
Yeah.
Sorry. You go.
I only ever worked, speaking of creepy old men, I only ever worked in retail, and it's a store in the mall that sells sex toys. Let's just say that.
I wonder what
We
it
all
could be.
know what store. I wonder. There'd be so many creepy dudes who would go in there, but my favorite story of all
Is it Hallmark?
Yes. But like, actually, no. I have 2 favorite stories. There's this one guy who came in there, and he was at least like, I kid you not, like 6'5", acting like we would not notice him. He was like in like a oversized jacket. He goes back to the back, and we see him get these 2 things from the back, and we sit there and we're like, "Hey, sir, you have to pay for those," because he started heading towards the door. And then, so he gives it back, and it's like a giant purple dildo, like about this big, not even kidding. Because he had it in his sleeve. We're like, "Sir, you have to give it back." So he just pulls it out. And then he was like, "I didn't know." He was like, "I just found it on the ground. I didn't know how I got there."
Oh my
So our rule was that if they give it back, we're not going to start like a ruckus or anything. And then we go back to the rounder with the clothes on it. We go back there because we see another box under there. he got 2 of them, so he left with 1 on his other sleeve.
That's so fucking weird.
Had a
And
dick up his
it was.
sleeve.
No, and I told my coworker, and it was like, I'm like, man, if he wanted to fuck Barney that bad, like.
Yeah. Oh,
But my
man.
second favorite story of all time, this one was kind of more traumatizing than anything. I was just at the register, and this guy came in with his girlfriend, and he had like he asked if the sex toy cleaner would clean this giant wound he had on his arm from like doing drugs. It's literally about like the size of a $50 in his arm. And then it was about like ½ an inch deep. And he just walks up to me and he was like, "Hey hon, do you think this will clean this?" And I was like, there's a hospital down the street.
What the fuck? I was not expecting that story to go there.
That was just like my 2 favorite stories about working in the mall. Weirdly enough, and in the mall,
Yeah.
you wouldn't think you would.
Well, to the
experience that
first
stuff,
story,
yeah.
do you think he was embarrassed to go up there and pay for it, so he was trying to sneak him out? Because if so, it's so fucking funny to think it turned out that way for him
Yeah.
instead of just having a normal transaction.
No, exactly. No, yeah. No, but like, I think also, I mean, I'll admit, those ones are pretty expensive. So I'm like, because we would have like, people would come in people would buy that one specific item during tax time. And so, I can see why he, like, if he wanted to, he would have tried and stole 1. But the fact he tried to steal 2, like, we weren't going to notice. Something that huge was missing.
And purple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it was glittery. I think that one was called. No, that was a different one. We had one called Purple Rain that all the old women loved.
Oh, God.
But it was not that one that he stole. But it's close to it. It was like the relative to that.
I just don't think anyone that's sneaking them out up their sleeves no one's gonna allow them to use them on them.
Yeah.
You don't need them.
Yeah, exactly.
You
but
weird fuck.
But why did he need 2 of the same one? Like, we have a variety.
Maybe he's got OCD. He needs everything in
Yeah,
two.
probably.
One was personal.
One for business.
Yeah.
Business up front, party in the back.
Oh, man.
Man,
So true.
just don't work there.
Yeah, that would be the last place on earth I think I'd ever want to work.
Well, see,
I love sex, but I'm not trying to sell toys. Like,
see, I used to be very like closed off and like basically probably would not talk to any of you. And if it was me before I worked in that store, but now I'll talk about anything to anyone.
That sort of builds character,
Yeah.
apparently.
I think we should all go and work there.
No, you don't. I had to quit because I was being sexually harassed by the manager.
Oh,
Oh.
maybe we shouldn't go work there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but what we should do
I call her
is put him on blast on a podcast. What's his name?
Hello, 4-foot-tall demon named Nicole. How are you?
I
Oh,
mean, fair
man.
enough.
Yeah.
Nicole? Oh.
Damn, I was
What's
thinking
her?
of
Social
Bruce.
security number?
Bruce. Progressive.
Oh, social. Oh, man. Yeah, let's not do that one.
I mean, on that note, Bobby, what's your social security number?
Yeah.
Man.
222.
Yeah.
It's actually 1722.
Oh, damn, she got
Best
she beat
guess
it.
we've ever had.
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
I also worked. Are you talking about the Bowling Green Mall?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I worked there years ago. Like, I don't know, 2009 maybe.
Mhm.
I worked when they had Wendy's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
One of my least favorite jobs I've ever had. I hated
Yeah.
that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So many fucking people, weird people. You were busy, like, from the moment you opened till you closed. Terrible.
Yeah.
So the fact that you worked at the
Yeah.
place that shall not be named, apparently.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that would be like, the weird
No.
fucks that would come in there.
Dude, everyone would come in there, like, literally everybody. And then, since we were right next to the door, we would get, like, a lot of people stealing shit. And then, of course, like, around, like, tax time and Christmas, it looked like you were throwing a party in there. Like, you could not even, like, fucking move.
Yeah.
Like, at all. It was awful.
Sounds terrible.
And they were all in there for one thing.
It's just funny to think that people are moving around and like dicks are like falling out. They're like, oh, come on, gotta catch
It's
that.
all
Like,
packed in the back, man.
Yeah. No, like, we used to have, like, we had ones and then like it was like sucked. We had one like it was like during COVID, so of course we had like the plexiglass stuff around the registers. We had one suction cupped to like yeah. And then parents would get mad because they would go over there with their children.
Okay, that's on them.
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
come
go
on.
there with their children, and then like, or they would leave them outside, and I would have to sit there and watch them. So I made sure they would not get kidnapped because they're right next to the door, the main entrance to the mall. You could just walk in, grab, and go. Because there was this one kid, I love him. I forget his name, but he was like sitting outside the door. And then his mom went to the back for obvious reasons, and then he was like, my mom says I can't come in here, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm just like, just come stand over here, so I know you're not gonna get like swooped up. And he's like, do you have any Scooby-Doo shirts? And I was like, yeah, I do. I was like, how old are you? He goes, I'm 4.
Oh, that is.
And I'm just like,
I do have Scooby-Doo shirts right next to the pocket pussy.
literally that day, we had literally moved them actually next to the pocket pussies. I'm not kidding. So I feel like you've been in the store.
I know a pocket pussy.
I gotta say, if my parents watch or listen to this podcast,
Hey,
they're
Matt,
gonna.
you're hot.
I mean, go it all out.
Alright.
I was gonna say they're gonna learn a lot about you. Like they think Casey's like very like. They're like, oh my gosh, Casey's so adorable. We love Casey.
No, literally, like,
That's
at the first show that me and Sean performed with you guys, I had a beard. And I was sitting there just up on stage, like, drinking it, and then all of a sudden I just lock eyes with Cassidy's dad. And he's sitting there looking at me like... I guess he didn't realize how old I was. But
Yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah. That was really funny,
It
actually.
was, yeah.
So they're gonna see a whole new side of you guys.
Yeah.
Well, you particularly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've known Matt for a bit.
That's so true. I've known Bobby probably longest out of everyone. Well, actually, maybe Sean.
Yeah, because I knew you in middle school.
Yeah,
We were
yeah.
friends.
But probably Bobby's second longest, like 2 or 3 years.
Shit, we.
Freshman year for us, so.
Yeah.
It was late
3 years.
freshman year.
Yeah, so 3 years.
I had already been out of high school.
Listen, man. It's alright.
Old.
It's okay.
Man.
You're outing yourself.
But you guys went to the same high school? You're just older?
No.
Or no?
Actually, Cassidy goes to mine and Bobby's and Sean's
Yeah.
rival school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You big purple ghost thing.
Yeah, my school's
Random
mascot.
sounds.
Listen, my
What
school.
school did you go to? Oh,
We
so
went to
you know
Central.
all
Yeah,
about
we went to
this.
Central.
Yeah.
Dub C, let's go.
I feel lonely being the only.
Just so you know how the feud started in the 70s, your school stole our school's colors.
Yeah.
Purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, we're one of the oldest schools in BG.
You
right?
straight up stole our colors, and so.
Well, I guess we just rock them better.
That was-
So.
Somebody spray painted on the side of our school BG rules.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
That's
That shit happened in movies. Like I
Yeah.
don't think people actually did
Yeah.
that shit in real life.
Yeah,
What are you
no,
gonna
it's
do? Like
crazy.
steal the goat mascot from the football team?
I guess.
Well, I don't know. My school is it's a very odd school. I just sometimes I really be walking around school and I realize I'm like, damn, I'm in high school right now. Like I'll know that because like almost a lot of times when I come from lunch, there will be like food and shit on the ground. So like people started throwing raisins on the ground. People would like step on them, and like there's just like smushed raisins all over the floor. And that's when I realized I'm like, I live in a society. Like that's really weird.
No, because stuff like that would happen, and that's when I decided against being a physics teacher.
No.
No. What's worse is going into the men's restroom at any high school. The shit you see in the toilets.
No
I've
one
seen
said
soap
that.
dispensers. I've seen pictures of Trump. I've seen homework. I've seen food items. Somebody stole like a framed picture from one of the history classrooms of Donald Trump and put it in the toilet.
Oh. I remember when I was in high school, somebody printed a picture. It was like of like Shadow the Hedgehog, and it said "nice cock row," and it was like above the urinal.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
Honestly,
So they wasn't doing none of that when I was there.
No,
See,
dude,
none of
hold
that.
on, wait. The worst thing that happened to that school is that the band room got demolished because the percussion room is where we would all go to get high.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
And then like we had like people would like stash stuff in like the ceiling tiles and everything.
Oh my God.
Like people used to stay up there.
I have the like distinct memory of like walking and people were like screaming and shit because somebody tied like a fake noose in the fucking.
I have videos from that.
See, I was not here
holy
for that.
shit.
Oh yeah, people in fucking band are
Oh,
a different.
especially a
They're
couple
not
years
human.
back.
So they're
They've
not
always
they're
been a
not the
different
society.
breed there.
No,
Yeah, I
no,
wouldn't-
no.
I wouldn't fuck with
See, I don't think I was there for that one.
You weren't. No.
Okay, cool. Because I know about the other thing, but I don't know.
But yeah, our school's rough. Like we had drug dogs in there. Like
Oh
No,
yeah.
oh
Yeah,
my
that
God.
shit was crazy, man.
The day
Yeah.
after 420, there were drug
yeah,
dogs.
the
in
day
there.
after 420, they brought drug
Gosh.
dogs to school.
Dude, that reminded me because we did like a junior senior trip to Philadelphia. They literally had us all like put every single thing that we had on our person and in our bags that we were taking on the trip to be searched by a drug dog. So they made sure that we weren't gonna.
Oh my God.
Acting like we wouldn't
Yeah,
have
they don't
plugs
play,
up
man.
there,
It's
right?
crazy.
Yeah.
We're prepared. What do you mean?
Oh, right.
But like
yeah.
it was so bad that we weren't even allowed to take like Tylenol without a like parental like signature
Yeah.
form.
Oh my God. That's so weird.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, Central's lit, man.
Yeah, they shut down
Yeah, you know?
bathrooms so people pay. And
Yeah.
then they just have closed bathrooms so
Or
nobody
how
can
about-
fucking piss.
How about we just bring back the smoking sections?
I mean,
Wait,
It's
did you
not gonna stop.
did you say they closed the bathroom?
Yes.
Yeah.
They will just close it because they're like too many people are vaping, so they'll just
Do
like
you realize
they've
how?
installed like these, you know, like
Yeah, they
when
got,
you
like, a
are
little
on, like,
pool
yeah,
thing.
they've installed
They-
those.
What
Because
the
they shut
fuck?
them
Isn't
down.
it
Yeah.
like illegal to deny children the use of a bathroom?
Dog, I don't fucking know.
It's Kentucky. I don't even know. Like,
I think it's illegal to do that to anyone.
yeah.
Like, fuck you, you can't piss, man.
It's like, oh, you have diabetes. Sorry.
yeah, exactly. That's my school. I mean, maybe I just don't pay attention, or I don't know, but I don't hear about that happening a lot.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna bring in that the Bowling Green is nicer than Central.
No,
thing
no,
right
no,
now?
no, no,
Right
no,
now?
no. Honestly,
Start that with 4.
Your school just fucking
The worst
boring,
thing is
man.
raisins.
honestly, I just don't pay attention at school because it gets to the point where like, I don't know. It's like the same shit that happens, so I'm like, I don't really give a shit. It is.
designated fighting corner. Do you have that? Just
No, we don't.
Yeah.
It's Teacher Appreciation Week though, so I have to shout out one of my teachers who probably doesn't listen to this podcast. No offense, of course.
Hey, not too
Um,
many people do.
shout out. I call him Simon because he looks like Simon from Alvin and the Chipmunks. So I just wanna shout out Simon. I
Hey,
told
shout
him
out
that.
Simon.
I told him that publicly, like in front of the like class, because he let us do this thing called Free Write Friday, and so I wrote like a whole roast about how he looks like Simon from the movie Alvin and the Chipmunks. He loved it. It was great.
I was just about to ask, how do you feel about that? Nice.
Yeah, he loved it. He's on paternity leave right now because he just had a kid. So
Oh,
Aw,
He
congratulations.
had his
name
own
is Simon?
chipmunk.
no, I don't
Alvin,
remember.
Theodore.
Theodora?
Ooh, is that where you got the name?
No, I actually got it from Shirley Jackson is my favorite author of all time. So I got it from Haunting of Hill House, the book, where Theodora is like basically. I mean, it was like written in the 60s, so the fact that she was like the closest thing to an openly like lesbian character in a horror novel, and she didn't die, is like a huge thing.
Wow.
But yeah, she's my favorite character, obviously for obvious reasons. But never mind.
That's
Wait,
cool.
are you lesbian? Whoa, that's crazy.
I'm not going to answer that. 'Cause I still find
You
your
heard it
dad
here first on the
attractive.
17.2
Yeah,
podcast.
right here.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're,
that's
you're
okay.
a lesbian except when it comes to my dad.
Yeah, your dad's hot as fuck. So is your mom. Your mom already knows how I feel about grandma. I invited her to our grandma's hot tub party.
Out of context, that sounds really bad,
I'm also
but
in love with your grandma just because she owns a hot tub.
my grandma owns a hot tub, so after our show on Friday at 1:27, we
Had
What's
a hot tub
Yeah, and then
party.
Cassie's
man.
mom was like, oh, nice to meet you, Casey. I was like, we've already met. And she goes, I know, but it was in passing. And she was like, I might show up to the hot tub party. I was like, you better. And she was like, I can't remember exactly what she said, but it was something along the lines of that, like, I found your mom like a MILF.
John, I think
I was gonna say she's not gonna be able to talk for the rest of
That's the
her
whole point of the joke. Is that I find your parents attractive.
yeah, that's that. Yeah.
So your dad's store, I assume, is Momats. Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been going there for so long.
Yeah.
Man.
It's been open ever since I was like, I don't know why I remember specifically, but ever since I was in 3rd grade, it has been open. So,
Wow.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Shout out Mellow Mats.
shout out Mellow
Yes.
Mats.
Yeah, definitely go there if you're in Bowling Green.
Go
He
there
also
so you can see
let us-
hot Matthew.
Dad, I really hope you're not watching this. right now.
Him and his wispy hair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Shit, tell him he can come on the podcast.
Oh, that'd
Can
be
I be
sick.
there?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's my dad.
I like it when he wears his long sleeve black shirt.
Wow, we're getting fantasies over here now.
What's funny is I think I've only ever seen him in the long sleeve.
Yeah.
That was the point.
I think I saw him in a t-shirt for one of the few times when he was there for prom pictures.
I've
saw him
seen
today.
him in the Shank shirt, which weirdly enough I designed it, and it's
Yeah.
my foot. So your dad likes my foot on his chest.
Oh, that's the best thing ever.
That's not a thing.
This whole podcast episode is me just simping for
Yeah.
Matt, Nikki, Cassie, and Tony.
Yeah.
I can't imagine like my parents are like, oh, you know, it's a cool little podcast
I
they
know,
went
I
on.
know.
Let's watch it, and then they just get done with it, and I just get like a knock on my door.
Yeah.
It's like Casey's not allowed over anymore. Just so you know, it's all a joke, unless.
Yeah. So they're learning a whole lot about you tonight.
All right, while we're on the topic, do any of y'all find my parents attractive?
Yes.
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 This is the only reason we all agreed to join the band.
Yeah, I hope you know that. We're not here for you, just your
No.
dad.
We're
And
in for
your
Matt.
mom.
Yeah.
You know when I sing Stacey's mom, it's about your mom, right?
Yeah.
We also do Stacey's mom. That's a cover
Oh,
Yeah.
Another
nice.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys want to go back to talking about music?
You guys are cultured. I like
Okay,
that.
so where does the band name come from? What is the Shanks?
Oh.
We all know.
He's already been mentioned once.
Yes, the one and only Chandel Shanklin, which coincidentally was a choir teacher at Central and then went to BG, and
Yeah.
I had him at BG and then came back to Central and he left.
And he loved to bully me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chandel,
He
if you're
actually-
watching this,
He probably is. He follows our account now.
yeah. Hey, Chandel, if you're watching this, I hope you get Regina Georged, also known as getting hit by a bus.
I don't know what any of that means, but I hope it happens.
Wait,
Manifest it.
wait, you never.
Oh my god, that was such a great reference, but
It's fine. Anyway, continue with the
Shanklin.
Yeah. So
Could have
basically,
saved me, there, asshole. No, I'm joking.
basically,
I'm still blown away that someone has that name on it. Well, I can't hear anything after that.
He's gonna fucking sue us for using his likeness. It's gonna be fantastic.
basically what happened is, you know, we had him as a middle school teacher. He taught choir and he, you know, crazy adventures. Yeah, he follows our Instagram now. That happened today.
Yeah.
I get the notification. It says, you know, his username just followed you, and I'm like, oh, holy shit! Like I text the chat, and I'm like, guys, guess who followed us? You know. Anyways, that's the point. So basically, me and my friend Jayla, who was in the band like a while ago, were just like talking at lunch with one of our friends, Fernando, and he was a senior when we were freshmen.
was he named after the ABBA song?
I have no clue, actually. We don't talk to him that much anymore, not for any reason, we just don't. But, like, we were talking about middle school, and he didn't have him as a teacher, so he was like, oh, what was his name? Was it, like, Mr. Shank or something? And so we were like, that sounds so cool. And so we're like, that'd be a cool band name.
Oh.
So you went with the Shanks
Yes.
Yeah.
instead of Mr. Shank.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just a weird coincidence because we've all had him,
Mhm.
even though
That's
we
very
don't necessarily
true.
go to the same schools. We're all
Yeah.
connected by Chandel Shanklin.
I also think Mr. Shank would be a cool band name.
That would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Spin
like
off.
the
Yeah. It's just me and Sean.
Sorry, guys.
oh my god, what's that Smith? Frankly, Mr. Shankly.
Yeah,
Have
with
you
the
ever heard that
Smiths.
Smith song?
Fuck the
Listen to
Smiths.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck the Smiths.
Play it. Yeah, fuck the Smiths.
Fuck the
Morrissey's
Smiths.
a douche.
Morrissey can run.
He's like the most racist man.
Oh yeah, well fuck the Smiths, but that
Okay,
song's a
real
thing.
quick,
yeah.
just to jump on that. Fuck Morrissey,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but the Smiths I do like.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. I mean, wait, you're a black metal fan. You know, separating
Right.
the
Yeah,
art
the
from
art,
the
yeah.
Yeah,
artist.
exactly.
Because you know, murderers and
Yeah.
Anti-Semitism.
Yeah.
All my favorite things.
Yeah. They should just replace the Smiths with, or the Morrissey.
Yeah.
Yes.
They should just replace him like with all of us.
Or how about
All of us.
How about we suggest Robert Smith heads the Smiths?
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
from
Look
The Cure.
at that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
True
That
story.
way he would like actually like one up Morrissey because that's all he wanted to do his whole
Right.
career.
And in my eyes, he did.
Yeah,
I am
yes.
a way bigger
yes,
Cure fan.
Yes,
I do like the Smiths though,
Mhm.
but Cure
The Cure is
is
better.
just perfect. Sorry, that's isolating you guys out of this conversation.
No, I mean,
Hey, sound engineering.
I have no excuse. So.
You're just fucking slacking, man.
Yeah, I so far all the band or genres that you guys mentioned besides punk, I don't listen to. Not any particular reason, but I just have not went there yet.
Well,
so.
what
Yeah,
do
same.
you listen to?
Yeah.
Besides punk, I listen obviously to hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
ska.
Oh no.
It's gonna get just
Okay.
down there.
I'm ready.
Jazz.
Okay.
Okay,
I
classical.
fuck with jazz.
Okay,
Oh, yes,
And I listen to a shit ton of like 50s rock and roll.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
didn't get that.
You're
one.
like going down. I was like afraid it would be like
What do you mean,
like
like-
80s porn music.
Oh, sax.
Yeah. Just like a sound.
Yeah. And then if because we all need to know this. I don't like country,
Oh
so
yeah.
I'm not a huge
I don't
fan.
fuck with country.
I don't
I don't
like.
fuck with country either. Bobby thinks
I was in
do.
a bluegrass band, so I fuck with country.
Yeah.
Hey, but
Okay, we'll
bluegrass
see.
is a little
Yeah,
different
it's
though.
different.
I
Yeah,
support your
local-
band and
yeah.
nothing else. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah, support local
I support the
music.
music. Fuck country though. It's
Yeah.
it's a mainstay on this podcast. We've talked about it probably almost 50 out of our 60 episodes how much we hate country.
That's perfectly alright.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
okay.
you have to admit, Dolly Parton.
Oh, she's the only
Yeah.
exception.
Oh no,
Yeah.
there's some hits in country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
have to admit that.
Of
It's just
course.
like the
Rolling,
awful,
rolling.
like stadium pop, hyper wannabe. I got a truck, beer, and a dog.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
It's
Yeah, like
Facts.
a folk song.
Facts.
My
Yeah.
sister actually, she does not do music at all, but she ended up writing a country song. And I feel like that if she actually sold it to somebody, it'd be a hit. It's talking about how her country music name is Luke Scott Daniels. And her first song is about how, what was it? I'm trying to think. How, like, his wife left him, took his truck, and then the second song is about how how he was just glad she left his dog and his plant. You know, he's like living in a rundown house, there's a leak in his roof. But the second song talks about how his wife comes back, takes the dog and the plant.
Yeah, she's got everything down.
but
Holy
he's
shit.
left with the beer. So that's all that matters.
That's how you know it's country.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, okay, well, if you like country, can I ask, because we've never had anyone on here that actually likes country.
Okay.
So, what do you like about country?
What do I like about country? Okay, so my friend Levi actually got me into country music. Levi Burns, he is a phenomenal musician. He's great singer. He primarily does like folk and country music.
Mhm.
So a lot of my songs I've gotten from that I'm like into is like stuff from him. So I'm a low voice and I've done music stuff in the past. I'm a classically trained singer and I went to like college for music and stuff.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I really like low country singers because that's the only genre that has like a lot of low singers really.
It's true man music.
America, that type of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So a lot of my stuff is from him. So people like I'm blanking right now, but yes, country artist. And I just
Yeah.
it's a very trivial and basic answer, but I like low singers, and that's kind of it.
Okay.
Some songs are cool.
Trying to think of low singers to get you away from country.
You
Uh,
got this.
How
You got
about
this.
Typo Negative?
yeah, Type
Yeah.
O Negative is a good one.
Mhm.
Someone that goes from all ranges but can go extremely low,
Ooh.
if it's your thing, is him.
Mm.
I personally love him.
Mm.
And he can go as high as you want him to
Oh,
go,
Billy
as low
Bell
as yeah.
Mm.
So check that out if you haven't listened to them.
Okay.
Really anything but country. Let's be honest.
Oh, of course.
But I see what you
But
mean.
in
though.
punk though, like every singer is low
Yeah.
for the most part.
That is true.
Unless you're talking like
You're not
pop
wrong.
punk, but if you're talking
Yeah.
like street punk, they're all yelling as low as the voice will go.
That is facts. That is facts.
You know, Blood for Blood.
I don't.
It's got a pretty deep growl.
Yeah.
Agnostic Front.
I'm very uncultured. I apologize.
Hey, that's why you're here, bud.
Oh, okay.
You're still young. You've just gotten into a punk band.
Yeah.
You're learning.
Hey, this is how you learn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're still corrupting your brain.
Okay. Yeah. Because I went from being a funk bassist to a drummer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just kind of here now.
Shit. I love funk bass.
It's great. It's like top 3 in like kinds of bass.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh God.
Slapping pops. Love it.
Yeah.
Oh, your 80s porn music?
Oh, damn.
yeah.
All back nice.
It just circles around.
Yeah.
Wait, in the deep voice country, the baby lock the door and get
No,
out.
You're
You
not
can say that.
Bobby say that for 3
You
times.
say it all the time.
That is true. I
Right.
did do that.
Wait, do the voice.
There was like a point in time when I was like first learning how to sing that was like the only song I was capable of
Yeah,
singing.
I remember.
It was
All the time.
all
Yeah,
the time.
I'm not doing it, don't ask. But
Every
like it
day.
was all I could do.
Can I ask?
We can't get a sample.
Yeah, let's get that sample
You're funny.
going.
Do it.
You're
Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby.
that's peer pressure.
Bobby.
I'm going to put my dick in a blender. Maybe lock them doors and turn them. That's all I get.
Hey, that's nice though. I like it.
That's a nice expression. I'm gonna put my dick in a blender. I'm gonna start using that more often.
Is it gonna end up in your friend quotes?
Oh my gosh, I should put that in.
That should be the top one right there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My top one actually is the first one I ever wrote down.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, that makes more sense.
It's my friend Jayla said, "Isn't Jesus just a big scarecrow?" And so
I
just wrote
mean,
it
not
down.
wrong.
So I was like, okay. She probably doesn't remember saying it. But
If you were to take Jesus and stick him in a field, he would keep crows away. There you go.
It's true.
Wow.
Dark, but you know.
Talk about an album cover.
Yeah. No, you
Jesus
get-
is sitting there swaying in the wind.
There's actually a I forget their name, but they're like they make sculptures and they had one of crucified ape
Oh,
and they like had it on display in like a church or something.
I would love
But
to.
they're best known for their sculpture of like it's like they took up this whole space in this cathedral where it's just Lucifer falling from heaven but stuck in like electrical wire type stuff. It looks terrifying.
That
But
sounds
that's
like
what makes it
God
good
spell.
though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
that does sound like God's.
I wish I remember their name, but like it's so good.
I would love to see Scarecrow Jesus Loki. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so stuck in the image.
Weren't you?
I say that might be my next tattoo for real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
That might be my first tattoo.
You were Scarecrow Jesus.
I was. I played the Scarecrow in The Wiz for a musical.
Oh,
So,
shit.
Yeah.
Fancy.
I was kind of up
Technically,
there.
you were Scarecrow Jesus.
I was here. Okay, fine.
Can you make a song called Scarecrow Jesus?
No, we gotta do Zooey Mama.
No, wait. I already told you about Crucified Clown Christ.
Yes,
Oh,
you did tell me
yeah.
about
We
it.
have a lot of just random,
Yeah.
just
We have
not
song
even,
ideas.
Yeah, I love all that.
It's
yeah.
not even music. It's just
Mama.
like random titles.
No, see, my favorite comedian is Maria Bamford, and she like had like a whole bit about how she dated this clown, and that she wishes that she paid to see the show
yeah.
because her boyfriend would be a crucified clown Christ, big red nose. People would throw tomatoes at him
I know
for yelling
that.
Jew. It was great.
Honestly,
Top tier.
I like all these song titles. I say go for them.
Yeah.
our next one we're gonna try to write about is Zooey Mama, which
Yeah.
Sean came up with this idea about how Greg Heffley from Diary of the Wimpy Kid is a sociopath.
He's literally
He-
insane. He's
he
an
is.
awful person, and
Yeah.
he's the protagonist of the book, so it's always seen from the angle of, hey, this is Greg, but from an outside angle, he made Raleigh break his arm, and then
Yeah.
he took the attention from it. He's mean to his siblings. Like, it's awful.
No, like I literally
Oh,
thought
I'm
man,
so
that's
passionate
brilliant.
about the
No,
Diary
I
of the
literally-
Wimpy
I
Kid.
Let me know when you guys write this shit.
No, I would
Love
love
it.
the fact that like he convinced Rowley to take the first turn on the big wheel going down a hill just so he could throw a football in front of it.
Who the fuck does
Who-
that?
yeah,
Yeah.
Who the fuck?
Am I watching the bad seed all of a sudden? Like, what the fuck?
Oh my gosh, that honestly, and can we talk about Roderick from Diary? I personally, that was my childhood crush, was Roderick from Diary. of
Oh,
a
it
Wimpy
wasn't
Kid.
Haley Williams from Paramore?
Huh?
Wasn't Haley Williams from Paramore? Can't relate.
See, personally,
That was also
right?
mine.
Yeah, no, dude. I mean, come on.
That's actually pretty valid.
Literally, like, 30, 40 minutes down the road.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to. She's technically local.
Wait, really?
Yes. Paramore's from Nashville.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, I
Oh my
did
God.
not know that. Wow. That's impressive as
Yeah.
fuck.
Well, they're actually from Franklin, Tennessee, but
Mm-hmm.
Nashville.
Same difference.
Yeah.
If you're from
Yeah.
Tennessee,
Yeah.
from Nashville.
More
I
than
mean, Annie Potts is from Franklin, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, fuck you, Annie Potts. You know what you did to Tyrone.
Shit.
Shit.
that. Shit.
That's all we're getting.
No, that's I already explained to my friend Tommy. I haven't explained it to you all. That will be my Grammy acceptance speech.
I'm pretty sure you told me about that.
Yeah, it's just I get up there, fuck you, Annie Potts. You know what you did to Tyrone, and just walk off.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But who was Annie Potts?
She was in Law and Order. She was also in Ghostbusters.
Mm-hmm.
But she's in everything. Like, what do you mean?
Really?
Yeah. She's.
I know for a fact if you seen her, you'd be like, oh, I know who that is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Annie Potts does not sound like an actress. Author, maybe.
Yeah,
Not
I
an
can
actor. Oh, yeah,
but,
okay, that
I
makes
can
sense.
find a picture of her.
I'm believing you.
Let's see.
Well, she's looking that up. Since there's conversation going, what do you want to talk about when she's looking up? Annie Potts. Shout out Annie Potts. See?
Really?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Blake, you are
How do you not
outside
know?
your
How
goddamn
do you
mind.
not know?
My eyes are real bad
Have
too,
you-
to be fair. But
Have you never seen Law and Order?
Yeah.
You not seen Ghostbusters? More importantly.
That's. Yeah.
I have not seen Ghostbusters.
I feel like
How the
we-
fuck have
oh
you
my-
not seen Ghostbusters?
I want to. It's on my
Okay,
list. It's
well-
on my list.
It's like you're
No,
shooting me.
no.
We need to
Yeah,
have like
I
some sort
agree.
of
I
watch
can't believe I'm
party.
telling that to a 16-year-old.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna say,
feels
aren't
real
you like
weird.
39? You should know this by now.
Well, you know, I googled Annie Potts and Ghostbusters to show you, but now it's not gonna be.
Well, guess
useful.
what? I played a joke on all of you. I fucking love Annie Potts. My favorite actress
Oh,
of all
my
time.
You got it.
Yeah, you know
Burn.
that Order episode, like season 2, like episode 13. You know,
Yeah,
favorite.
where the little boy got molested and they
Yeah.
went on the search for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, my favorite episode of all time.
Exactly.
And it's
You
all-
watch Law and Order?
I don't.
Yeah, I can't get into it. It's too sad.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah.
I have kids, so every episode is basically
Oh,
my
my
worst
kid?
nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
some random kid dying. It's just
right.
No, not even that.
Dying-
They're just always getting molested.
And it becomes predictable because it's always the person at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
took him
True,
home.
that is
I didn't
true,
do
yeah.
nothing. And
It's
in
like-
the end, hey, it's Nick.
The guy that
Like,
answers the
every
phone.
episode.
Right. The guy answers the phone outside of the gas station like, yep, he fingered the little girl. We
Yeah,
get it.
every
Exactly.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
Every
It's too
time.
much. Not my thing.
Yeah,
But
it's-
shout out Annie Potts.
Yeah.
She was on there.
What was the point of her? I forgot. Oh, you Grammy
Yeah.
acceptance.
Yeah, as when we say, fuck you, Annie Potts, you know what you did to Tyrone. Because
So not
what she
Tyrone,
doesn't
let's
want
get there.
What she doesn't want people to know is because my grandfather, he grew up in Franklin, he was best friends with this guy named Tyrone. And long story short, in Franklin, Kentucky, there's Tyrone would go to Annie Potts' house there. They dated, and then she got famous, says she's from Nashville, and then ended up basically breaking poor Tyrone's heart because she broke up with him because she's obviously a white woman, and she did not want her career to be built off, she wanted her career to
Well, that's
flourish,
how I know
but
my eyes are bad. I
No.
thought it was a black woman.
no, she...
Wow. Okay,
I
well,
mean,
I don't know Annie
From
Potts.
these lens, I was thinking the same thing, but you know.
Okay.
But what she did is that as her career was flourishing, she broke up with Tyrone because she did not want people to know that she dated a black man. So
Oh,
fuck
okay.
you,
Oh,
Annie
yeah,
Potts.
fuck
you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
fuck
you.
you.
Yeah, I take back all the shout outs.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck Ghostbusters. Fuck Law
Yeah.
Who are you gonna call? No fucking body.
And like also how like Bill Murray's like in a giant scandal right now for
What?
like.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Whoa, wait.
No,
whoa.
Yeah.
no,
What
no,
did Bill Murray do? Hold on.
Yeah, like, he, like-
Don't ruin Bill Murray for me.
Oh, okay, well I'm not gonna say it then.
Oh no, ruin it for me. I
Okay.
gotta know.
Well, I don't know much about it, but like recently he's been like basically in the media for like basically like abusing women. So yeah, apparently since like the beginning of time.
oh
Yeah.
shit.
During
Yeah.
Osmosis
So
Jones.
fuck
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah, no, he's
And
joking.
Space
Space
Shit.
Jam. Come
Oh,
on. Yeah. Oh.
Burst out in tears and ripped the poster.
Exactly.
Just cross out his face like next level.
That would
Like,
make great content.
yeah.
We just like move the camera over.
Well, luckily luckily he wasn't a big part of the movie to be on the poster. So
But he does have your
Fun.
favorite line in the entire movie.
he has my favorite line in any movie ever made, and that really.
Well,
what's
I'm
the
sorry.
line?
My
The line is from Space Jam. Is Larry, you are not white, you're clear. I think it's the most brilliant line of all. I think it's so fucking funny.
It's the fact that's a different kind of white.
I'm sorry to bring down the mood, but my job in the band is to give you depressing ass facts.
That's true.
All right, let me lay down some more. What else you got?
Oh, that. I mean, I don't.
Ruin some other heroes for
I'm
me.
good.
Oh wait, Ice-T?
Ice-T?
Is he a hero to you?
The drink or the singer?
The singer.
Rapper.
I was just saying.
The singer?
He means absolutely nothing to me.
Yeah.
Well, also, so we were talking about Law and Order earlier.
Oh
He's-
god, Ice-T on Law and Order.
And I know that whole John Mulaney bit that John Mulaney did about him, that was really funny. Anyways, okay, so there is this show back in 2006 that won a Grammy Award. Or not a Grammy. What's the TV show awards?
Emmy.
Yeah.
Emmy. It won an Emmy for Best Makeup. And what I'm about to tell...
Oh!
So basically, it's this show called Black White.
Yep.
Where they would take...
No, that wasn't Ice-T, it was Ice Cube.
It was?
Yeah.
Yes.
That was Ice Cube.
Oh no, that's worse.
Yeah,
I give a fuck about it.
Yeah, I do like Ice Cube. Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
and he even
Explain what the show
he
is
made the
first.
theme song.
Yeah, so Ice Cube made this theme song for this show and was like a co-producer of a show called Black White. And this show was basically they took a black family and a white family. They painted
remember
them
that
to
show. I've seen this
swap
show.
races.
Oh my
This
God.
this won best makeup.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
How is this not talked about?
And like they would have him go out in public and like
Yeah,
talk to
live
and like
life.
a lot of
And,
the times
like-
like the families would be racist and they would like try and like have him talk to other people of color without them noticing and then
No,
they'd
like,
get really racist.
oh my God,
and,
no, like the white family was so fucking racist. Like the
Oh,
dad would say
man.
the N-word all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was bad.
The mom thought it was okay
Fuck
to
Bruno.
call... Yeah, for real. The mom thought it was okay to call everyone bitch. Like...
Oh,
I like watched it through like this commentary YouTuber.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah, wait, which one?
I can't remember the name, but...
I watched it. I think it was like Hassan Piker. I really like him. He's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, that like the dad who's Bruno who says the N word a lot.
Oh,
Fuck Bruno, man. We don't talk about Bruno. We really don't.
I didn't get the reference until like 3 seconds after you said it, and I was like, oh, wait a
It's
minute.
an Encanto, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. I never heard about that show.
I think they didn't want people to find out.
Well, it won an Emmy.
I mean,
How?
yeah, but like...
Yeah, it's
And they like
Fuck.
swept it under the rug, and it's like, no one can talk about this ever
Okay, so
again.
it's like just like a really good blackface or something, I guess.
Oh no, it was awful. Like it was. Oh my God.
It was really bad.
It was. And then they had
I
like.
definitely have to look this
Then
up.
they had the black family like working like a white supremacist bar.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Oh my
They like went to the extreme.
They
went
really
to-
did.
Okay, so when you say white family, you actually mean the black
The
family.
people, no, white family is the people in whiteface, and then there's
So whiteface is going for the white supremacists.
No, like they are in the white supremacist bar,
Right.
and then of course like
That just sounds like a
people-
risk.
Yeah. And then of course like the people in blackface are just going around calling everyone bitch and the N-word, and getting pulled over, and then like trying to like yell at the cops saying instead of just like
See, that shit sounds staged.
yeah.
Ironic. Either one.
Person in blackface gets shot by police officers.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
Because he wasn't like listening to the cop. Like he got out of the car and he was like yelling at the cop like I'm allowed to go, and he's like no you're not. Like you're like because it was a
30.
speech or something.
We need this show. We need to watch it.
No, what we need
There you
is
go.
we got a new idea for a vlog now, Ty.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh no.
Oh man,
Unfortunately.
I have an Ice Cube shirt and I feel real bad about it now.
Can we?
I did listen to Today Was a Good Day this morning.
Oh, you got to
Oh,
almost
man.
everything.
I mean, I
Turns
love
out it
Ice
wasn't.
Cube. Sorry.
Yeah, my bad, man.
No, it's all good. I'm joking.
I mean, technically with producers, like, they were like probably just explained like a concept to him briefly, and he was like, "Yeah, here's my money," because that's all you have to do in order to be a producer on a show.
Oh, 100%.
So he probably wasn't like totally like knowing what it was about. Yeah, I
Who
don't
knows?
know. No.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Not us.
Yeah, to be fair, they probably just like stuck his name on it.
Yeah. So they'd be,
But
like,
people
fucking
fucking knew, and who
Yeah,
thought
that's
that
the
was
problem.
okay?
Yeah.
Because you said 2006.
Yes.
We
We
knew.
knew.
Yeah.
We knew.
Yeah.
If this was like 66, I'd be like, well, the times.
Yeah.
But 2006,
Yeah.
come on.
He knew.
We had interracial couples. We know how it works.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
So you even had those in 66 too, though.
Yeah, but it was like
I'm just saying.
it was pretty rare.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Is it more common now?
Wasn't it
Yeah.
like Loving versus Virginia or something?
I don't fucking know.
I fucking forgot.
But yeah,
I don't pay attention in history class. Sorry, Mr. Stroh.
there's like a whole movie about it in like 2017.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beats me.
Wow. Love this. Well, then again, in school, they always reteach you the Revolutionary War, but they
Oh,
never
yeah.
get past, like, you briefly skim over World War I, and then you never get to World War II or anything else.
Yeah.
That's true.
Hitler
That's
happened.
like through most of
that's
that
what we
shit.
learned.
No, we only learned that Hitler happened because our parents told us Hitler happened.
Oh,
Yeah, basically. History is just like I don't know. I've always seen history as like a useless class in school. Like I was telling my mom
I
this.
learned
Preach.
more about history in English than I did in history
Yeah.
class.
That's true. That's honestly. I shout out Simon. He rocks. You know. I mean we read like we read a couple speeches by like Malcolm X and stuff, and like watch videos on like and like they don't teach you a lot about like Malcolm X and
Oh,
like
yeah,
what he
no.
stood for and stuff. Like they only teach you about Martin Luther King.
Yeah,
and-
shout out to my history teacher
If
because she
that.
actually she's been going out of her way recently to like teach us about history, about like women's rights and like the civil rights
Yeah,
for
see,
people of color,
that's
and like
why
she
I
goes
love-
out of her way to
yeah.
like teach us about it because it's something that the school doesn't teach. They don't teach us about anything to do with like women gaining rights for the most part. Like we know what happened. But then we don't go into detail about the actual struggles. Same goes
Yeah.
for the blatant history of racism that has existed in our past.
Actually, wait, bringing this back to a punk thing, there's actually a punk band called The Distillers with a song called, I think it's called Seneca Falls, about the Seneca Falls Convention about women's suffrage. And it's basically like them going into like the whole history about like women's suffrage.
But yeah, school fucking sucks at like teaching you about shit that actually
Yeah,
happened.
but that was
That's
like
a fact.
it was wild because it was teaching you about like that song was teaching you about American women's suffrage, but the lead singer is an Australian woman. So I mean, like, yeah, if they're getting taught that in Australia, why did I hear?
What I don't understand is we live in modern times,
Yeah.
so we have Google.
Yeah,
Yeah.
too, yeah.
So everyone sees, like, basically teachers are pretty useless at this point,
Mhm.
anyway.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So why are you choosing to hide things that we can just pull up on our phone
Yeah.
anyway?
Mhm.
You might as well get it all out in the open
Mm-hmm.
and, like, at least have an open discussion about these things versus on Twitter where everyone can just fight about it. Like, the point of the teacher now
Mhm.
could be to be a mediator because everything's so divided now.
Well, I mean, there's that, but also the point of a teacher now is just glorified babysitter.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying, so
Yeah, 'cause
You know.
you're- yeah.
be put to use.
Yeah, I feel awful for my teachers. Like,
See,
kids nowadays
yeah.
are, like, literally, like, the worst. Like, it's the
Same.
worst it's ever been. I swear to God, especially, like, I feel like the, like, underclassmen coming in are even worse because they haven't had, like, we were out for, like, a year and a half because fucking COVID. These kids didn't have an experience, like, in high school and, like, not saying that people need to get bullied, but there's a toughening up experience that
Yeah.
you get, and, like,
They're
these
low-key
kids have
stuck
no
in-
self-respect.
Middle school
Like,
mind.
Yeah, it's awful. And these teachers just let them fucking get away with anything, especially if
Man.
they do sports. Sports kids get away with absolutely anything.
Oh,
they do.
so true.
That's why I always hated jocks.
Hasn't it always
Whoever
been
you
that
are.
way, though?
I mean,
It
yeah.
was,
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
it's
just keeps
ridiculous.
getting worse.
I feel like getting bullying helps you out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I would have been a way different person if I just hadn't gotten bullied.
That is true.
I felt that.
Exactly.
But also, we don't condone bullying.
Yeah,
Don't bully people.
Yeah,
Don't
bully,
bully.
don't bully.
Exactly.
Definitely don't
Don't
bully.
bully, but get bullied.
Wait, but if
That's what I just said, Bobby. Thank you for taking my joke and just like flipping around like 2 words.
You're welcome, man.
Thank you. And making me, it's like the whole like Key and Peele sketch of like I'm high on pot and news. Like, have y'all seen that sketch?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have not seen that.
Okay, well, basically, long story short, this guy makes a joke about the Pythagorean theorem, and he's like, and it's like high pot news. He's like, huh, I'm high on pot news, and then his friend says it, and then that's when people hear it, and like, basically everyone thinks it's hilarious, and he eventually works his way up to meeting the president.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
that's funny.
That's That's what Bobby did to me just now. Was the I'm high on pot news guy.
How do you feel? How do you feel doing
I
that?
feel really good.
You're gonna meet.
That's my favorite thing to just like turn to Bobby and be like, "How do you feel right now, Bobby?"
Yeah, you hate me.
That one time. Right.
Aw,
Remember
dang.
the show, the last show, when you were like, "Hey, Casey, how are you?" And I just went, "I'm fine." The crowd lost.
Okay, I feel like there's a story we need to tell about 127,
Oh yeah.
the stand-up comedy show.
Oh yes.
Oh
Not
no!
yours. It's okay.
Oh no!
Not you.
Not you, not you.
Yeah,
It
no.
was an
Basically,
open
everyone
mic
said you.
night.
I'm kidding.
Who's telling the story?
Cassidy was the host. Cassidy is
Basically, I host an open mic at 127 Main. It's really fun. We're having one Friday. I don't know when this is going out, but yeah, we're having one Friday. I'm excited to host it. And I was excited to host the first one. It was in March. It was fun. It was great. I get on stage, be like, yeah, there's this person. Then this one person plays guitar, and I get back on stage. And I was like, oh, well, now here's this guy doing stand-up comedy. And I hadn't heard his stand-up comedy before, like, ever. I thought he was just a music guy.
And also, we need to say this is an all-ages show. Cassie's grandparents are there. There's like not like children, but people that are younger there.
God.
And before this guy gets up, Cassie says, "Hey, like let's not cuss. Let's not really like say a lot of stuff. This is all ages. Everyone's welcome here. Let's keep it family friendly."
And this is where you found out the hard way to when people are auditioning for something.
Read the material.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically the kid came up to me, and if I'm in a punk rock band, so on stage I'll be like, what the fuck's up, everybody? He's like, I'm gonna say fuck a lot like you do, and I was like, actually, please don't do that. This is more like not like a hardcore rock thing. And then he goes on stage, and then he says, he's like, all right, this is about to be the worst stand-up comedy that you ever see.
At least he's aware.
No, he was saying it as a joke, and
I feel like all like comedy is like.
There's some truth to it.
Yeah, true. And he got on stage and starts talking. And he starts talking about...
He has to censor himself.
Yeah, he has to censor himself.
Yeah.
He got... Okay, so for every, bad word that I'm gonna say pineapple.
Never does this.
He never says pineapple. He never really does. Not even talking about pineapples. You'd at least expect that, I guess. But... Basically, he starts talking about these people who are like parental figures to each other, and or parental figures to him.
And they are at the show, by the way.
Okay.
It's not just like, I'm making these jokes not here. No, these people are at the show, and he pointed them out to the audience.
Oh yeah,
I was there for this.
he starts talking, and he was like, well, I have this talent where I can look at someone and guess what they like to do in bed. And he said that the first time he met this woman that he looked at her and said, I bet you like anal. And she agreed with him. And the whole crowd is just silent. And I'm with Sean and Bobby, and I look, I'm like,
yeah, we're standing up to the corner, kind of behind the stage, and we're just looking around like, what the fuck is going on?
And then he goes on to talk about the guy who was like a dad to him, and talked about how he only had one nut. Talked about how he went to the Nutcracker and apparently it was so good he came back with only one nut, and the whole room silent
I
again.
can feel the cringe.
Yes.
Oh god.
And this guy, I guess it was one of his friends, was like,
He looked 12, by the way.
he looked like
he
was
had the
12.
worst outfit on, head to toe, just red, but different patterns,
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely, probably.
He was dressed like he was 12. He had to be 12.
How would you describe him, Bobby? You were there.
Those kids with a Bape hoodie on? Imagine that kind of energy,
Yeah.
Listen, I was envisioning exactly greasy hair, ramen noodle sweatshirt with matching joggers.
Oh, 100%.
He definitely would have worn that if
He would have. And he basically is making fucking peanut gallery comments, heckling at a comedy show.
Because he realized
it was going bad.
Yeah, and so then the guy on stage just looks at him and he goes, well, why don't you just come over here and kiss me then? And then the kid walks on stage, and they yell into the mic. They're like, "Guys, this is homosexual."
Yeah, because being gay is hilarious.
Yeah, and then he goes on stage, and they kiss, and nobody's clapping or laughing.
Nobody's doing anything. Pure silence.
And I go back. I go back to Jacob's wife Tristan, and she's back there at the booth, and I look at her and I'm like, "Do you hear what's going on?" She's like, "I mean, no, I can't really make out what he's saying. What's going on?"
Why didn't they cut off the mic?
Oh yeah.
That's
Jacob.
Yeah, Jacob.
Why don't you?
I think he was outside. Yeah, he was outside. It was, I don't know, but he gets.
Oh yeah.
Wait, then what happened?
Okay, so you skip. Okay, so basically,
The guys kiss.
yeah, they
Yes.
kiss.
They're like,
and then,
I forgot about this. Here, you wanna?
And that's the most important
That's the
part.
most important part of the
okay.
story.
No, you're fine. So they kiss and they walk out, and then the guy. So when they kissed, there was some noise in the audience. There was
Confusion.
It
It was
was
like,
oh wow,
No laughter.
What the fuck is
these guys
happening?
are kissing on stage. Okay, but then the guy in the red says the F slur.
Yeah.
And everybody just stands.
It's just
You
pure
can
silence.
feel the
Just
tension in the room.
intense tension in the room, and the two of them just go on like nothing fucking happened. Like they're just so casual about it, and we're all like, and for the audience, you have like all gender bathrooms, you have people like pixie cuts and stuff. This is a very pro LGBTQ crowd,
Yeah.
Right.
and this guy just there.
Oh
And it just sits
my
there.
God.
He goes on for a minute and is like, Cassidy, how much longer do I have? You can go on for as long as you want, man.
I was like,
Oh God, Cassie, I did not know about that part of the
And
story. Why would you?
he
Oh my
literally
God.
says, and I'll quote, he says, "Alright, I think I'm gonna get off because I'm only kind of hearing like petty laughs and stuff."
Yeah, because
So,
people were purposely saying rude comments and shit because he was being an asshole.
Yeah.
I mean, he deserved it. His friend fucking came up and said the F slur, so people were making comments and actively heckling him at that point.
Man,
So.
I wish I was there. I would have been.
So-
I would have been the stand-up comedian at that point.
the show ends, and they're done, and Cassidy goes, "Alright, just a reminder, this isn't an all-ages show. Also, please don't say the F slur on stage." And the crowd erupts. Just pure,
you would
whole.
think.
And the guy,
Yeah, the people disappeared.
Yeah, no, they're
They yelled
gone
sorry
in like
gone.
minutes. Yeah.
And he messaged me after and was like, "Hey, sorry about what I did." I was like, "Don't do it again." And then I haven't really talked to him since. He might be watching this. Who knows? If so, I mean,
Shit.
Fuck
Don't
you,
say
man.
slurs.
I mean, you said it.
yeah, don't say slurs. Not that hard,
Yeah, it's 2022.
Yeah.
That is.
It's not
so
1722.
Hey, man, you're killing it.
All right, so yeah, fuck that kid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Doing
100%.
stand-up.
And that's where we'll come
like,
back.
I know that you, as a stand-up comedian, was cringing during the
Oh,
whole
yeah, I
first
hate
part.
it.
You're just like, I know that feeling of just bombing.
Yeah, no, I mean, to be fair, I am not a stand-up comedian. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
But luckily enough for me, I did not deal with bombing,
Yes.
so I don't know what that's like.
You're funny as fuck.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But I, first of all, wouldn't say that on stage.
Yeah.
So you don't even say that in your
That's
normal
like
Right.
teen boy
Clearly.
humor.
Yeah.
Clearly he does.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Yeah, that's
don't
like a
even
normal thing.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't casually.
You know, you
Well,
have-
first
you
of
know,
all,
you
I
res-
write jokes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
That's the whole point.
I
of
say
it.
your phone is littered with them.
Yeah. I'm always working on it. Like, the most random thing can happen. I'll be like, this could be a bit. And I'll just write it down. And whenever I get a chance to go back on stage, I'll just try it out and we'll see what happens.
Isn't that writing
Right.
Yeah.
in general? Like, you something inspires you. You're like, you know what, I'll write about it. And then
Right.
it just
That's
goes
cool.
from there.
I mean, I've just
Yeah.
been writing my whole life. Like, before comedy, it was music. Before that, it was, like, poetry.
Ew.
I guess, yeah, I know, disgusting, right? And honestly, comedy doesn't feel much better. Sometimes when you write a joke, you're like,
No, yeah.
I just wrote, like, what feels like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like an adult.
See,
So,
my favorite joke I've ever written was, okay, you guys know that, like, The Incredibles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know, like, how they're called, like, the cars, right?
Mhm.
Okay, well, here we go. Here we're going into my
I
joke.
believe in you.
Okay.
It's not funny
Okay.
so far. Sorry.
Okay, so you know how,
I'm
like,
laughing.
you know how, Frozone and Mr. Incredible are, like, BFFs, right? They're, like, brothers?
Yeah.
Well, that means that, you know, Frozone's wife has to be like the cool aunt, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they call her Antifreeze?
Oh, that's funny.
Car coolant?
I like that.
Thank
I like
you.
that.
Thank you.
Give
So
you
that's
money
our
for that
first-
one.
Yeah. It
I
was
laughed.
terrible. It was terrible, but it's great. It's not the best joke, but
More commitment
It's
to
my
it, and it would have been good if you were like antifreeze, and then we were like,
Yeah.
oh.
Actually, I wouldn't say that. I would say don't add any character to it. What you do is you add a pause.
That's the difference between.
No, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. You add that pause before the antifreeze, and you build that tension there.
Yeah.
I'd laugh. I did laugh.
Yeah. Say, you did.
No, but like, I know that one's my favorite joke, but I know that one's the worst one I have.
Sorry.
So stand up, something you're interested in?
I'm interested in it, but I'm more of like funny in like as situational humor. Because I've been told by like friends and stuff that I'm hilarious just based on like making jokes about the situation that's going on at the moment. But
I think you've been funny here. Just,
yeah, exactly. But I feel like the majority of that is just I'm monotone, and so it's like it's just hilarious because you don't know if I'm being serious or not.
Right.
Ever.
I wouldn't sell yourself short though.
Yeah, I
You're
wouldn't
funny
either.
Yeah.
minus the monotony
No,
if
exactly.
you had it or
No,
not.
but like in high school, my nickname used to be Daria Morgendorfer because I would wear like the glasses
Yeah.
because it was like it just suited my face, and I of course have like reddish hair, so it just.
But really, it's
Yuck.
about being comfortable with yourself. Once you
Yeah.
do that, then everything else translates.
Mhm.
So if you figure out how to harness the monotone,
No, yeah, I have.
I'm
But,
pretty
like,
monotone
yeah.
myself,
Mhm.
and I use it to my advantage.
No,
so I
exactly,
can
yeah.
speak from
Do you
experience.
say that while yelling?
That doesn't change
That
monotone.
like doesn't mean anything because like I've been told also that being like since I'm monotone, I've had friends explain to me that I don't like my voice does not change pitch; it just changes volume to exaggerate things.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly. So you're technically not yelling.
Right.
But
Thank
you
you.
kind of are.
Sorry.
to me, you're just. I can't tell a difference. You're just expressing yourself.
Right. I'm also partly deaf, so I don't
Same.
know.
I can't hear either.
Yeah.
That's all.
Well, if you want to try stand up, if I told you that I had an opportunity for you to do some jokes, would you do it?
Yeah, probably, but like.
All right, so let me tell you about something. Something to tell
yeah,
all of you.
Missed my mark.
Nice.
All right, so
Our sponsor.
exciting news.
Oh.
June 5th at 1:27, we're doing the first live 1722 special.
Oh yeah.
And it's a full variety comedy show. All three of us.
Same
and
music, comedy, whatever
it's going to be
you
a
wanna
full
do.
fan, or not fan, I say
Yeah.
that, that's pretentious.
Yeah.
Crowd interaction.
Okay,
That's
nice.
it.
It's an interactive experience, and
Yeah.
we're going to pull out all the
See,
stops and make it fun for
I
everybody.
was gonna make
So,
it-
if I call you out and be like, hey, we got a friend here tonight who wants to do comedy,
I mean, yeah, but
you
like.
come up here?
See, I've already come up with like. I mean, I would, but I already come up. You just saying that, I already came up with another bit about how my mom tried to date this guy who did improv.
Well, that sells itself. So.
It's, yeah, that's just a fun segment. And he thought it was hilarious. He thought he was so good too. Like how he thought, like what he thought was funny was just like basically like slapstick comedy type stuff. So he would just take a bunch of mouse traps, just stick them on the stage and just walk on them and expect you to laugh. He would literally.
Oh my god. I would have walked out. Yeah,
It
good
was awful.
god.
And it was in Louisville. It was it was in Bardstown.
Oh no.
In like the Shakespeare themed restaurant.
Oh, I know the exact one that you're talking
I
about.
do
hate
too.
that.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, it was so fucking awkward.
What I hate is that I hate cringe the way it makes my stomach feel,
Yeah,
but I
no.
find it so fucking funny
No,
that I would laugh, and he's probably thinking he's killing it because I laugh so
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's only because I can't feel my insides right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, ugh.
But like, yeah, you talking about crowd interaction. I'm just like, he did crowd interaction, and I was just like, I got like a war flashback.
Okay, well, please come, and it ain't gonna be that. We're not
Yeah.
walking on mousetraps.
I'd
or
say,
Yeah,
'cause
I
I'm
know.
planning on
No,
opening
yeah.
or doing it for my first time as well, because
Yeah.
I've always wanted to, and I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I might as well. So,
Yeah.
there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
There you go. And then
I
we're
definitely
hoping that
got-
if it goes well the first time,
Mm-hmm.
then I eventually want to make it bigger and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you guys want to come on, play some music, and we'll do some comedy
This is
infused
how
with some
I
music
find
and shit.
out
so.
that music is not actually my calling and it's stand-up comedy.
Yeah. There you go. Actually, music and stand-up comedy, like Bo Burnham.
No.
See,
I can't do musical comedy.
I love. Do you guys like Bo Burnham?
I
like Bo
yeah.
Burnham,
He just
the
does it
guy.
so good.
Yeah.
I think he's funny.
Brilliant.
But it's not him. I don't like any. I love music and I
Yeah.
love comedy, but keep it separate.
Yes.
Okay, I like it when it's done good.
So he had a song when I was like in middle school that made me laugh. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it might be like, huh, I see what you did there. Like that's to me the best reaction you're gonna get out
Like
of
it's not
comedy.
gut wrenching,
Like,
is what
yeah.
you mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, of course, if we're talking like Weird Al, that's a totally different
Yeah.
thing. But I'm talking like guy on a stage
Or
with
that
a
one
guitar.
country music singer, I forget his name, but he has a whole song about like, what is it like? Was it like an Appalachia squirrel tent revival or something like that? Talking about
I know exactly what you're talking about.
yeah,
Uh,
and then he's the guy who is like
but
"It's
there's
me
two
again,
comedy
Margaret."
country singers, so that's what I'm. What's the one that you know?
Yeah.
The Edibles Are Incredible guy.
Meet me again in about 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah, and
Yeah,
the same
hold
one
on.
as the song you know, the "Fuck You Bitch" song.
I don't know who that dude is.
Wheeler
though.
Walker Jr.
Yeah, Wheeler Walker Jr.
That's
is that what you're
another
talking about?
comedy.
No.
So no, then you're talking about.
He's like,
He has a song about masturbating into Kleenex.
see.
See?
So, I just know
shit.
him for the squirrel tent revival,
Okay.
and then the one where he's like talking to like the lady on the phone, like he's like low-key stalking her. He's like, "It's me again, Margaret." And
I just
then-
remember being young and people fucking tortured me,
like-
being like, "You got to listen to this," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"I hate
But
country.
it's like,
Why
it's
would
like-
you ever
it's
think
like
I would like this?"
He's like, I think he was like in the '90s, but he's also known for like the "I'm My Own Grandpa" song.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rodney. I want to say Rodney Carrington. Rodney.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, I had that the
But
whole
no, it's
time.
not.
I didn't know that's who you guys were talking about.
Is it
I'm
not?
very sorry.
Wait.
This
I might
whole
be
time,
wrong.
like, are they talking about Ronnie Carrington? Literally. But I'm like, yeah, not saying it.
it's something like that.
Sorry.
This is great podcast talk.
I mean, hey, it's the most
I
stuff
don't
we've
think
wanted to
it's
talk
him,
about.
but it might be. I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But yeah.
But either way, I get the gist.
Yeah.
See,
that musical comedy I can get behind because it's just the song.
now let me
whenever
say,
you're
if
like,
you guys come up with something and it's a good song and also funny, I'm down for it.
Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
this is when we can do our rap song.
Wait,
song?
I-
Drizzle.
Oh my fucking god. I forgot about that song, honestly.
Well, it's not even our song; it's our
It's,
joke rap band.
No, yes,
So
exactly.
Drizzle.
I forgot that we were going,
It's
like, that
awful.
was like a thing that we like talked
And it's
about.
talking about, we have a whole song while we were writing a song because we made a joke because we were going to go to my cousin's wedding together
Mm-hmm.
and how we were going to wear Canadian tuxedos.
Oh,
You know, like denim pants, denim jacket,
Yeah.
you know, and then how it was like basically basically along the lines of like, what's wrong with my tuxedo? Like type thing. It's like you want me to dress up to a wedding, here I am. It's a tuxedo. You didn't specify what kind.
Like a full jeans outfit.
But like we were actually
Hell
gonna
yeah.
like wear that, and then we decided against it.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't do it. I had like a
It was
thing
really,
that was
it was like really hot that day too.
Yeah. No, that was an experience.
Yeah.
I agree. I wasn't there.
You weren't there, you're right.
But, like it was like a whole rap song about
Yeah, about our jean suit.
Canadian tuxedo, Bobby.
Do you have any bars right now?
No.
Oh.
Not that I remember, but I remember that it was good.
Oh.
We have it written down somewhere, but like
It's in the void somewhere in the
I
ball.
think it's on our Google Drive
The void. Yeah.
that I shared with you.
Some difference. The void, the vault. You know, it's
We're
there.
not gonna bring it up.
No, we're
until
not.
it's done. But
Yeah.
if it ever gets
The
done.
worst feeling in the world, though, is when you remember a song but don't have it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the worst feeling. I hate that shit.
It's like, oh, it's there, but it's not. It's like,
Right.
yeah.
Like you remember the magic,
Mhm.
but you didn't record it or save it in any way.
Yeah.
No, I mean I have the lyrics to it, but I just don't remember how it goes.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what
not
happens
about
to
to
you and
bust
Jacob.
out the lyrics either.
yeah. I'm not asking you to perform it,
Thank
No,
you so
okay,
much.
cool. Thank you.
but in the future, maybe.
Maybe we can get it done by the time
Okay.
I'm pulled up on stage. Yeah.
June 5th?
Hey, 2 days before your birthday.
That is 2 days before your birthday.
Oh man, my birthday's June 2nd. Hell yeah!
Having a birthday right in the middle of the year is just great.
Yeah.
Summer birthdays.
No, exactly.
I'm a personally
Fall break birthdays are where it's at.
fall birthdays just in
So yeah,
general.
I'm in fall too.
September 10th.
September 4th.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
yo, you're a Virgo. I love that.
Sure.
I don't know that shit.
I
I
know.
like how you're like, you're really like, sure.
I'm not super into astrology, but like I know.
But you're immediately like, you're a Virgo.
because hold up.
Okay.
It's because I know my own sign.
Mhm.
No one else's.
Okay.
Even though Bobby's a Gemini, and I
Yeah, this is why me and Bobby get along. I don't know why we're friends.
yeah.
What are you?
Leo.
That explains why we're also friends.
Sure.
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah, that's what I understand.
Yeah.
All right.
And so I don't know what you'd be like.
I have no idea what I am.
February. So.
No fucking clue.
February 28th to be exact, if that makes any difference. I don't know anything
it
about this.
doesn't. Happy late birthday though, cool.
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
but,
Or early birthday, depending how you want to
Shut the
look
fuck up. No.
Wow, this guy gets on one podcast and he's out the fucking place.
Hey, Bobby, I have a present for you.
Oh.
I know.
Sean
In your
Paul.
goddamn
Didn't
face.
even rap.
Didn't wrap it.
See, like my last name, Pfeffercorn.
I still don't know how to spell it. I've known you for years.
It's
It's not easy to hide.
EFF.
P-F-E-F.
Yeah, there's no H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
There's no H.
It's awful.
no H. Then we're.
So it's kind of like Michelle Pfeiffer then, right?
Yeah.
PF. Yeah. Okay.
PF Chang's.
Yeah.
So you
Yes.
can't hide your last name.
No.
But you definitely could, because yours is pretty common.
Yeah, it's common.
So if anyone asks, you just be like, who?
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that guy is.
See, like I don't have that luxury.
Your last name is like distinct, but it's like really short, you know.
No, yeah, but there's like everyone will know.
Yeah, like Key. No, that's you.
Because there's not many of us like here,
That's fair. That's
or
fair.
just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I hear like the person that's named Key, what do they? Oh, they're the Casey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna talk about that.
What the fuck
I
are you
can go
talking
into
about?
like some really dark history about that name, but we're not gonna do that.
And then McQuiller. That's her.
Yeah. It's not.
There's nothing.
I'm like convinced that that name isn't real. Like I remember I was in like middle school, and they were like, "All right, look up your last name and find like your family tapestry," and like there just wasn't one. Like
What the hell?
You could be like one of those where it's just like, for example, my friend Dominic Nix.
Mm-hmm.
I think his great uncle got like thrown out of England.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So he got like brought to the Americas and he had to change his last name.
See-
It could have been like one of those situations.
See, that's possible because like if you like look up my last name, right, it's just not there. Like
You're not real.
there's
Are
McQuillin.
you?
McQuillin's the last name. McQuiller isn't.
Well, I mean, also some
I think.
families like whenever they would like have like a giant ass argument, and, like
Mhm.
they would separate and just slightly change last names.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait.
it's possible.
Some people merge last names. People just do shit.
Hold
That
up.
is true. People do be doing shit.
Hold up. McQuiller? I hardly know her. Thank you.
I hear this every day.
That's my type of shit, so I'm sorry.
We have this friend.
AR, that was for you.
Yeah, our friend AR makes those jokes all the time, and so basically, like, even with anything, like,
Oh my god, it's awful.
yeah, basically, like, if
can't
someone
escape
says, oh, kombucha, I hardly know, like, just even if it doesn't.
Oh, no, you can't do that. Oh,
Yeah, you're doing it a disservice. You're making it not.
No,
No.
honestly, just have AR do stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
and
it
then,
would just
and
be
then the
all
entire
of
thing is
that.
just that.
Yeah.
Bobby, I hardly know her.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck. I forgot you were still doing that.
Ha ha
Wait, Seltzer? Hardly know her.
Oh my
Oh, there you go. No, that one
Yeah,
works.
yeah.
ha. Getting there.
Oh,
Did
that's
you
that
see,
hate.
did you see like AR's story where her like their mom has like their like the wall decal that says gather, and then they added like a sticky note and a question mark and the I hardly know her.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Okay, but Kramer hardly know him.
I hate it here.
He's been looking at me the whole time. I had to bring it up eventually.
This
I'm
is my
honestly-
first and last interview with the Shanks. Thank you.
I'm currently texting my mom. She's like, "Are you still at the podcast?" So
Yeah.
I was saying yes.
Minor. I hardly know her.
Oh, now that's an
Ooh.
iconic
Ooh.
one right there.
Hey, Casey.
I'm
I'm actually okay. Despite belief, never been what's it called?
Grounded?
Grounded.
You've never
yeah.
been
Well, you know,
grounded.
with me as your stepmom.
How?
I
How have
just-
you never got?
I didn't do shit as like a little kid.
That's
I was
a lie.
I mean, I didn't do shit as a kid. I just do shit now.
Oh man, that's valid.
I didn't get, I guess, grounded. Because I come from the north, so that's just all whippings pretty much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't get
Same
grounding
here.
at all.
I'm
yeah,
black,
okay.
still got bells.
Did you have?
Same.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, never
Did you
mind.
ever ever dread going and like picking a switch and you had
Oh,
to,
yeah.
you had to do the
Mhm.
whoosh test?
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
mean,
if it didn't whoosh enough.
I made the worst mistake because I didn't know, and I
Yeah,
went and got
We
one.
all made that mistake.
My grandma.
I vividly remember
Yeah.
making that
I
mistake.
took one, and I was like, "Oh, Grandma, look!" Because I didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
So I whipped her with it,
See, I did not do
right
that.
in the arm.
Stop it right
Yeah.
Rock.
And she was
That's
like,
right.
you know, just going off, like speaking northern. Like, I'm like, oh my god.
no.
She like rips my pants off and just like,
Ooh.
and I was crying for like a day, like 25 fucking hours, like just blood curdling crying. And then all of a sudden I realized, like, oh, she wanted me to get that.
doesn't.
I was really hoping no one caught that. I forgot
Man.
But yeah, you always they always the first time you pick a switch, they're like, go pick a switch, and you're like, okay, cool. So you're just like crying, you're just like, okay, I just have to pick a stick off this bush.
Yeah.
You don't even know about the whoosh test, and then they're doing the whoosh, and you're like, what? And you're like,
Yeah.
they're like, nope, gotta pick a better one, and then it just gets worse.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Oh,
always like
God.
inspecting the sides.
Yeah.
Oh, no thorns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And then it would wrap around your leg.
This is a dark episode.
It's like it actually turns out to be like a Dr. Phil episode. You just like rip off a mask.
Oh my
The
gosh.
thing
And you're
is,
like,
Man.
I thought it was him and you.
It's actually me, I'm Dr. Phil.
The Charity Beast episode of the podcast. That's insane.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Man. Y'all weren't expecting
Can
that.
we get Dr. Phil on the podcast?
Can we please? Oh my gosh.
oh, I would
He'll do
have
it.
so much fun.
He'll do it.
So much
I mean,
fun.
he has a podcast.
He did, yeah.
You
You should
gotta
get
rope him into
You
this.
should get Dr. Phil, and also Steve Harvey. You know, they both have mustaches.
Could you imagine having him just on the screen talking to him? That'd be crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't handle Steve Harvey. He's too
No,
ridiculous for
I
me.
would lose it.
Yeah.
You got a
It's
Steve
like,
Harvey
it's like,
impression?
you want to
No.
have like a
Y'all waking up for 5 a.m. That's like the best thing. Because he talks to everyone. He talks down to everybody nowadays.
Yeah.
He's just that rich guy attitude. Like he's so out of touch with the poor people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't watch it no more. It's ridiculous. And people
Yeah.
look up to him now.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
weird,
yeah.
yeah.
They're like, man, it's Steve Harvey. I want to be him. And I'm like,
He has
yeah.
like a
Why?
Christian
Yeah.
podcast, I think.
Yeah,
Huh?
he does have a Christian podcast.
He's
He has like a
one.
Christian radio show, yeah.
He's
And like
What the hell?
when I heard it, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I did
Wait,
not
who
know
knows?
that.
Dr. Phil?
No, Steve Harvey.
Oh, Steve Harvey.
This
Yeah.
is like the
He gives-
inverse of the Steve Harvey.
he gives like marriage advice and like just like preaches.
Oh, yeah,
He's
yeah.
I
not
heard
one to
it.
talk about marriage advice.
No.
Oh my god, it's like Dawson McAllister. Are y'all too young for that?
Oh, I know Dawson McAllister.
Yeah.
Uh,
The radio show. I used to go to sleep listening to that. It was depressing.
Yes, it
But,
was.
like, maybe that's why I fall asleep listening to true crime now.
Mm-hmm,
But that started off on Christian radio, but
It
he
did,
ended up
yeah.
going on like mainstream or whatever,
Mhm, yeah.
right? Yeah. There was some wild shit
It
on
would
there.
ruin my Friday night.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you want to party? Dawson McAllister's on. It's like, oh god.
You guys for real don't know Dawson?
I don't know.
You don't know about Dawson? Wow.
I don't know shit about Dawson.
Never heard of him.
Really?
I know Dawson's Creek.
Yeah. Close enough.
I guess y'all are just fucking old. Damn. I mean.
Yeah. I guess that's what that shows, actually.
Yeah, damn.
Wow.
There's a pretty big gap between us, though, so
Yeah.
maybe that's not.
And what's funny is that Tyus is the second oldest, and
Yeah,
he still
that's
doesn't
true.
know.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that's true.
Maybe it's what people think.
What's your excuse?
I got black in me.
I think you just want a black Indian.
Whoa.
Hey, at that one store I worked at in the mall, we have like, you know, like black dildos.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna go pull one up my sleeve next time I go in there. Yeah.
We have them where they suction cup to the wall, so
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Wait, you still work there?
No.
Oh my god, I was about to say, we're about to come film
I was
a
about to say,
vlog.
we
there.
about to-
No, I left because the manager.
Yeah, remember?
Yeah.
Sexual-
already,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
He's,
Yeah,
a-
but
he's
he's
a
on there.
bastard.
Yeah.
Oh,
she would
yeah.
like walk up like to
Yeah,
forget-
fuck
there's,
you,
Like, there's like this one like
Desiree, Nicole.
Nicole,
Yeah,
There's
fuck
this
you,
one.
Nicole.
She's like 4 foot tall demon from Michigan. Anyway, hello. But so she would went up to this like our co-manager. Our co-manager was fine with it, but like I just vividly remember like this was my last straw. Is that she went with like a dildo and just went up, like the co-manager was standing there and just went up with it and just slapped it under her, like in between her legs and just like did that. I'm like, if she's willing to do that to her, what else is she willing to do to me? And so I just left. Yeah, and then she made me uncomfortable, and I even like told her she made me uncomfortable. And like we have the thing. This is gonna really, if you work there, you definitely are gonna know what place it is. It's because she was like, oh Casey, do you want to call the lightning line? Making a whole joke about it. It was awful. So yeah, we're putting you on blast, Nicole. You're welcome.
I work at a soap store right now. Actually, it's really great. I mean, that's
Love titty slopes.
That's what. Yeah. Yeah, basically. That has nothing to do with nothing. I just like working at the shop.
Oh, but yeah, the place I used to work is also the same place as our favorite coffee shop. Same name.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Anyway, so my favorite coffee shop is Spencer's.
yeah, I mean,
Great coffee shop.
It's great, man.
I do.
Great.
I love Spencer's actually.
Yeah.
Should we get your guys' plugs out? Your socials, what you guys are doing in the future?
Sure. You want to start off with? No,
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna have
start.
to look up.
Alright,
my
so our
ads.
Instagram is at the Shanks Band.
Yes.
That's great.
Actually, it's at Shanks Band.
Bitch.
At
Just
Shanks
let
Band
Bobby
on Instagram.
talk. God damn.
Bobby,
I am still trying to be in the press.
Okay,
Here.
at Shanks Band on Instagram.
Shanks
No
Band.
other social media platform.
You cannot.
Okay.
We have a show coming up in June.
June, we're playing Tidballs live on the lot.
hell
June
yeah.
9th. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Because I'm surrounded by children and we can't play there regularly.
Regularly?
Shut up, I have a speech impediment. You know
Wait, you
this.
do? Wait, you do it?
Yeah.
But
Oh.
yeah, we might have some
My
shows in
bad.
between then. What is it, May 3rd, 4th right now, whenever we're recording this?
Mhm.
Yeah, so we might get some shows in between then. If not, then oh well, sucks.
Mhm.
But yeah, definitely, in June.
Do you want to go down the line and just say our
Well, shit.
actual, like,
I'll probably
ads?
come
Oh, yeah.
check you guys out then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll come film your guys' set or something.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can set like our actual ads though. Like, you want to follow us personally on social media, you can.
I'm at Cassidy.aura_. Aura is spelled ORA.
Alright, my ad is stupid. I don't remember why I put it like this, but it's at bob.itmzq is Bob with 2 B's .itmzq.
Yo, Blake, stop that ad down there.
Oh man, that's gonna be a struggle.
For real.
Text that to me.
I just remembered something about my name. I'll get into it in a second. Okay, hold on. Alright, my @ on Instagram is KASEYKEY_, and if you want to follow my band Theodora, it's Theodora_band_. And by the way, I met Casey Anthony at a bank once.
Ooh.
Holy hell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did she have all the kids with her?
No, obviously not.
Oh no.
I think it was a U.S. bank, and then my grandfather was up there, sitting in the driver's seat. My sister was in the passenger seat, and then we look over, and my grandfather's like, "I think that's Casey Anthony." And then I was leaning in the back because we just got out of school, and I said, "What?" And he said, "Casey," and I said, "What?" And then she looks over, and then immediately drives off.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be like, "You're next."
She probably would. Sorry. Anyway.
No, you're fine. At Sean.69 on Instagram. That's Sean with 2 N's.
Hey, I like
It's
that.
not seen like
No,
Cassie
it's
was.
not seen.
Yeah, for
My name
years.
is not seen. It's
It's
an
the Irish
it's an E
spelling
and
of
an A.
Sean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
That's us for the Shanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Check them out.
All right, well, make sure you check out 1722 Podcasts on YouTube and Spotify, all other podcast platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, what other stupid bullshit is it? I hate
TikTok
social
And
media.
all that, yeah.
Yeah,
Some shit.
Everything.
but most
Pretty much.
importantly, check out the podcast.
My
Thank you guys so much for coming
Of
on.
course,
I
I want to have you guys back on if you guys
Hell
want
yeah.
to.
So
I had so
yes.
much fun.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is
Hey,
live.
I just want to say this is the longest we've ever done.
Yeah,
Really?
yes.
Maybe I can bring White Claws.
Oh my god.
We're not against White Claws.
Yeah,
shout out
I
White
have
Claws.
a whole refrigerator full, and I'm just like, I can't drink all these.
Yeah, bring them next time.
I see. I never had them before, so I just bought a variety pack and I tried each flavor, and now I'm just left the rest. And I'm just like, that's a lot.
I don't even like them, but I'll drink.
Yeah,
them.
we'll help you drink.
Well, and remember,
Don't take shit from nobody.
Damn, these fucking pants are ass. So the entire time when
Why can't that be on the podcast? You were talking about it.
I did want to mention my nuts on the podcast. You know?
It was good to stretch, hang on that.
No, we've talked about Austin's nuts several times.
Yeah,